After session is recording, by the way.
To be like,
I don't know what we would have done without that
it
patch.
was recording or it wasn't?
It is recording after session right now.
Oh, okay.
So Eric.
What's up?
I have 30 cylinder things of gold.
Uh-huh.
How much does that total to?
I don't know, man. You have to open them up and see.
If they're empty. If they're empty, Eric, look
They're
at me
not
right now.
empty. I looked at them.
No, listen. If they don't have real gold in them, I'm coming after you in real life.
Whoa! Negative inspiration.
This is a recorded threat.
I'll allow you to go and open them up now on your journey.
Me, Maria, will come after you, Eric.
Yeah. So, you find, so I think I said there were like 30 canisters, something like that.
Yeah, 30.
So.
Yes, 30 canisters.
By weight, they hold 1,000 gold each.
Oh my goodness, okay, yeah. That's 30,000.
So we're up 30k, basically?
So, I can write down 30k.
He said up to 30. Or up to 1,000. He didn't say that's what was in it.
Bro, me and Zoro, for a day, will be counting all this money. Scrooge McDuck, swimming through it, like... We're gonna flood the market.
I'll be practicing with my conjure elemental spell and like how to convey what I want to them, like in their downtime, like how to convey what I want them to do, like as succinctly as possible. Just practicing with the spell. You know.
So there is a lot of things which are filled with like lead coins, which are worthless, basically like blanks from a manufacturing process. In total, actual gold that is useful and usable is 7,000.
Yeah, okay.
And a lot of that is like the top 2 layers of the canisters being gold, and then the rest below it being fake coins. There's like 1 or 2 canisters that are actually full of gold, which is most of where that 7,000 comes from, but then the rest are just a little bit on the top.
You wanna know what? I'm gonna go back to my HR manager, and I'm going to, she's, yeah. That's not.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you go to work the next day. You gotta make sure you go to work so it's not suspicious.
Oh, well, we're already halfway back to Lotusvale. Here's the thing, I didn't put my real name on the interview, so if the person who shows up doesn't show up, they're gonna blame a random Goldie. They're gonna blame Goldie. They're gonna be like, "Oh wow, she didn't show up for work again." I never put my real name.
Yeah, but they have working light bulbs, so they have working cameras.
Said at the end of the day that this wasn't for me, and just said, "Yeah, no." But anyway.
Yeah, well, I didn't think about that, but also I put it in a fake name and with a fake person, so their leads will just go back to a random Goldie.
Well, you do realize that they have electricity for light bulbs. They have cameras.
Deal with the Minister of Magic guy in the basement.
Yeah.
That's a really funny thing. Yeah.
Well, and I
plays into the story.
I put my reference as the fake character that John played of Blake Leafy.
On the note of that gold. Can I have all of my share of the gold just be going towards those bracers of defense?
Where was those prices listed? Were they in loot?
Yeah.
It was 2,500, I think, for that one.
Okay, so let's.
Does that mean I get my ring back?
We've got.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to get Kano his ring back, and then get the bracers of defense, and that'll.
We've got 7,000 gold here.
By the way, you guys do not get a long rest before the next session.
What?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll get it. Like
because we're like when we resume, we're resuming like immediately at 4 a.m. So.
Got it.
Yeah.
Eric, I only used 2 third-level spell slots. That's all I used.
I used every single one of my level 2 or higher.
Okay, so I had one
Alright,
over here.
so split up between the 4 of us, we each get 1,750 gold.
750. I need another 750 to get the
wasn't that 1,750?
Yep.
So right now I have 440.
And a reminder, there's been gold accruing from the town that hasn't been dealt with for the past several sessions as well.
Yeah.
So we'll deal with that next session probably.
Correct. Yeah.
Anyway. It's fun.
Okay, what can I buy now? This is fun. I got money.
I'm only at 4,200.
I got money too.
I'm poor.
What is the tactician's chess set? Why would I need that?
Anyway,
I'm looking that up.
but I really did like that. The fact that you really worked in the 3 different layers.
Yeah.
Was really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
That was really well done, and I think it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
And I'm really disappointed that we had we alerted the guards so easily, but also I could feel if we had gotten to the inside and then Zephyr had thrown that switch to have the steps go down, we would have alerted them anyway, right? Pretty much.
That is true. Yeah.
It was very.
So, general fund currently has 2,169.5 gold in it.
Huh. Nice.
Okay.
But that's
That was as of 2 sessions
not
ago,
been
right?
updated. Yeah, actually I think maybe 3.
Yeah. Because I think other
That
people
was in
took
session-
notes of the last couple of sessions because
That was at the
you
end of
weren't here.
session 432.
So I got
So
it.
we got 33, 34, and 35.
No, I did the one for 433. I put it on the loot.
Oh
Okay.
goodness. Wait, Eric,
Alright.
you have
Because
the
that's the
necklace
one
of
John
fireballs?
missed, and I took the notes and put it in.
Yep.
So, John, 433 is in the loot.
Well, we'll just do
Alright,
all
I'll
of
update
it.
it.
We'll just do all of it when we get back because you're gonna have several days worth to do. So,
Regardless, yeah.
all right, you want to know what the
It was 636 in total for that day. If you want to do that part now.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
I'll just work on it from the loot that you sent it. What were you saying, Eric?
Maria, do you want to hear what the tactician's chess set does?
Yes, please.
Cool. This set of chess pieces is kept in a leather or velvet pouch. A complete set consists of 16 pieces, 8 pawns, 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 bishops, 1 queen, and 1 king. If the set is missing any pieces, or if one or more pieces are destroyed, the remaining pieces become non-magical. The pieces feel identical to one another in the pouch and only reveal their true nature when drawn from the pouch. As an action, you may draw 1 random chess piece from the pouch. You may use an altered deck of playing cards, blah blah blah, which I probably would do for drawing purposes. As soon as you draw a piece from the pouch, its magic takes effect. Once a piece is drawn, it fades from existence and returns to the pouch. Unless otherwise specified, the chess piece's effect ends after 1 hour or when you draw another chess piece from the pouch, whichever comes first. How I'd rule on that is basically everything can only be pulled once and it gets thrown away forever.
Oh, okay.
If you draw a pawn, when you score a critical hit against a friendly creature, you may use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature if it is within reach. You have an advantage on the attack roll.
Wait, against a friendly character?
Yes,
Unfriendly?
a friendly
I
creature.
thought you said friendly for a second. I
Uh-huh.
was like, what?
Yep,
It is
that's
friendly.
what it says.
What?
Yeah.
A friendly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can only crit on my friends?
No.
Or someone you charmed.
Yeah. Or someone
That's
who
true.
doesn't expect you to attack them, that is currently friendly at that point.
Oh, okay, I get that.
Yeah. So Rook, you gain a +1 bonus to your AC. Knight, your jump distance is tripled. Bishop, as a bonus action on each of your turns, you can take the dash action. When taking the dash action, your movement
Already
does
did
not
that.
provoke opportunity attacks. Queen,
Okay.
you gain the benefits of the pawn, rook, and bishop.
Oh,
Pouch shields itself. You can't draw another piece until the next dawn. King, as an action, you can cast Mass Suggestion. Save DC 15 once. After casting the spell, the pouch shields itself and you can't draw another chess piece until drawn.
huh. Okay.
So
That's pretty cool.
Basically, they're all just one use.
Uh-huh. So 16
Okay.
things in there that are one use.
I I'm probably not going to get that. That's pretty cool.
Too. I mean, it's fun, but like, unless you're doing like sneaking into a group and pretending you're one of them and assassinating them one by one, like, it's not really all that useful, I feel like.
It's situational.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Alright. Have fun, John.
See ya.
See you, John.
Right, thanks, Eric, and thanks everyone for saving my butt.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for that window.
See y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
Daggone windows,
I
man.
probably gotta go too because I have schoolwork to do.
Peace.
Yep.
And I want to actually eat real food.
Okay.
That sounds like a good plan.
So, I'll see you guys later.
See you tomorrow.
That was really fun.
Glad you enjoyed it.
That was a really cool encounter.
I'm getting the bracers of defense.
Yeah, I feel like it was very high intense without being dangerous in a physical sense. You know?
Oh yeah, like we barely took any damage, and it was only Kano, and like his role is kind of a damage sponge.
Yeah. It's crazy when a damage sponge actually absorbs all the damage. Then again, there wasn't much damage that they actually did, you know?
Well, it would have been if it hadn't been for Rage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that one was 20
I made a
something.
move doing that sleep instead of waiting until Kano had knocked them all down.
Yeah. Yeah,
because I could have done my Tarzan lightning bolt thing.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
And even if he attacked, you would have had a better chance of doing sleep anyways, you know?
Well, no, it's maximum hit points. It's not total.
Oh, is it not? Oh, okay. I thought it was total.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure it's maximum.
I'm getting ready to look
it
it
doesn't
up.
really make a difference, though.
I mean, in this case, it wouldn't have, but...
No. But yeah, it's what makes
So
sleep
this
such
is...
a bad spell later on, because you can't really...
The spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of a creature this spell can affect.
Yeah, that's current health.
It doesn't say anything.
Sending under of their current hit points.
A creature's hit points must be equal to or less than the remaining total.
Yeah. Hit points is current.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
I thought it was max for some reason.
Yep. Yep. It is still a very situational spell, though. Like,
well, it works pretty well in combination with something like mass polymorph.
Yeah.
Because you can lower their effective total.
Correct.
Of health doing that,
yeah.
and then put them all to sleep.
Yeah.
But that's like, it's kind of a weird use case.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for the most case, it's useful for like first to third level maybe against most enemies.
Yeah.
Because like the monkeys, it did great on the monkeys, but.
Yeah,
pretty much every fight you've had since then, best case scenario, you might be able to make one guy fall asleep, if you're lucky.
And then, like, the other people just spend an action to wake them up, and then it's not really...
Yeah. You're using your whole action to maybe make them lose an action.
Yeah.
And probably won't even make them do that, so...
Although it can be fun if you put somebody to sleep, like, right before a rogue attacks them, and they get the guaranteed crit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Especially if they're like, I think it's like an assassin subclass that gets something like that. I don't know. Anyway.
Assassin.
I did like.
Assassin's crit on a creature that hasn't rolled in or is after them in initiative. Is how that is.
Yeah.
So. But they still have to.
I'm thinking of something else where it's like they get an automatic crit against incapacitated creatures.
Yeah.
Maybe it's less like they get max. I don't know. There's some reedy that is like that somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, I did really like again the multiple levels of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that is like something that you're going to be planning on using again? This like method of layering stuff.
Yeah, I mean, probably. It just depends on the situation. I mean, let's be honest,
it
there's
worked
not.
pretty well, and I liked the way that it turned
Do I
out.
want
Yeah.
to spend the honor
And
gold?
I feel like it was a heist more than a combat.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot more heisting than combat.
Sure. Also, that whole puzzle thing with the levers and the bolts, she happened to choose the quickest two option combination to actually get it. I'm like, really? Like, there's no trial and error. There's no figuring out. She just got the first two that she needed immediately.
That is been her luck with a lot of puzzles and games. Either she gets it in the first two, or she like looks it up and figures it out that way.
Yeah, I spent more time trying to figure it out than it took her to solve it. So I'm like, all right then. I thought that was going to take at least like 5 to 10 minutes to figure out, but you know, it is what it is.
That's how it happens, though.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll put together a puzzle you think is relatively clever, and like either they just cannot get it at all, and it takes them like 30 minutes to a half hour, or they just get it like
instantly, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a puzzle where I was like trying to like have like this combat encounter, and then there was going to be this spot here. They could have like gotten through here by shoveling past some rubble, or they could go in there, and there'd be like a secret doorway with some loot, and they'd have to solve it like a riddle. And like I gave them the riddle, and like immediately they figured out what the answer to the riddle was, which not that difficult.
Yeah.
But then, like, they rolled stupid high on their investigation to figure out how to solve the puzzle. And they're doing this while their team is in combat, losing. It was like... And it was like, I had them... there was one guy...
Oh, yeah, I need to see this.
David?
Using...
Hey, you broke up.
Animated armor.
Hey, David?
One of the enemies.
David?
Yeah?
You broke up. You said there was this one guy, and then you cut out about like 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, I noticed I was having bad connection on your end, too. Basically, it was, there was a guy who was trying to look for a vacuum cleaner to clean a rug, and the rug was like one of the smothering rugs or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, I was kind of going for like a Beauty and the Beast style, like, haunted mansion where like the furniture and the armor comes to life and attacks them, but it was like, you know, several years after, so they've gone like insane.
Yeah.
They'll just attack anyone. But you know, it was fun. That was the session that I realized that having 8 players was a little bit beyond my capability to keep up with.
That sounds rough. Yeah, I
did like the way we did Herd Initiative, where it was just group initiative.
Yeah.
That, I think really saved some time.
I think that would make it more hectic with that amount of people.
But yeah, and wasn't doing group initiative, I was doing ordered initiative.
Yeah.
And I kept on like skipping my own monsters or like skipping the people.
Yeah.
And then like they split the party and were having like 2 group fights at the same time.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't familiar with the spells
Yeah.
that they were using, so I had to look it up and figure it out. It's just
So
yeah, it was
speaking of group initiative, this is the first time I've ever really done group initiative with this group. What did y'all think about it?
I didn't mind it.
I felt like I was always going at the top of the initiative order, and I felt like I was taking advantage of that. But at the same time, like, I don't know. What did you think, Chris?
I think if we're going to do that, then we need to figure out beforehand who's going to do what and try to have a little more strategy with it instead of just random.
Well, I feel like with the random, it's like it's what our characters would do in the moment. So for roleplay aspects, that's better. But it's not as optimal. So I can see what you're saying from that.
I think it depends on what it is. Because I think if you look at it from a standpoint, like if we've been together for a while, we kind of know what each other was doing.
That's not what I was about to say. Like the unspoken communication of a team that has worked together for a long time.
In general,
not exactly at that point.
In general, I dislike group initiative for the simple scaling aspect. I do, however, like block initiative, which I think I will implement more, because to me, block initiative just makes sense, and it allows options for like cool combinations and things, but it also forces different people to go at different times. So it's not, oh, we're going to do the same singular trick over and over and over. It's going to be like, oh, like what combination can my character and your character have in this exact moment, because we're right next to each other in initiative, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And like, there was a couple points where like, because I did something or had the methods do something, it caused an issue. Also, I completely screwed up. I should have gone for the magma methods.
Yeah.
And had them use heat metal right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then just scatter.
Yeah.
Instead, I went for the frosty ones, but
Do I want to
I'll know how to do that.
So I want to spend most of my gold
for
bracers of defense and cloak of protection.
He currently doesn't have bracers of defense for sale.
Oh, I thought that was the list we was going off of.
Yeah, but he paid a deposit on it. It's held for Jarther right now.
Oh, sorry, I just bought him. I gave him my cash.
I mean, you're not back yet. You literally can't buy it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll do that next session.
Yep.
I'll get you back.
Well, then I'll take him off.
Yeah.
Well, that put me to 21 armor class.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yep.
Well, good.
You
That
can
makes it
always
easier.
request another one.
No, I have something else I'm going to request.
Okay. Well, you guys haven't seen his updated list from like the past 3 weeks either, so.
Well, that is true too.
You know.
We'll see what else he has. That'll be fun. Shopping is always nice.
Yeah.
We have a decent amount of money.
It'll be a little bit of a shopping trip.
I'm gonna petition John at some point to start giving us like wages out of the town fund.
Yeah.
For what we're doing, and then.
Yeah, he owes me a lot for my window.
That was such a smart move, honestly.
Well, you mentioned looting the bodies, and then he started reading them off, so I had to write the stuff down so I could remember. And then I went and put them into my inventory, and I saw a window, and I was like, "Yeah, we'll try it."
Well, like even if it hadn't worked on the vault door, it would have worked on the vault wall probably. So, but I just love that like picture of you putting the window and then just like looking at it and being like smirking and opening it to try to mess with him, and he just misty steps out.
If I would have thought about it, I'd have just grabbed him and just picked him up and pulled him out so he didn't know what was going on. And then just held him up in the air. I saved you.
It was a clutch window.
I was also thinking of like Spider-Manning across from like another roof using a rope trick as like, because just like
that would have been pretty cool.
One of those. But it looked like there was nothing close enough, and with rope trick you have to go straight up. So I could have done it, but it would have been more stealthy probably. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those like what ifs,
Yep.
Although just to think about it, if you had given John or Zoro that patch when he went in there. He could have just used it, gotten out of the vault, and left.
Yeah.
Snuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been like the most anticlimactic.
That whole session wouldn't have existed at all.
No, but I think it was pretty cool though because we was trying all this different stuff, and it was like, are we gonna get them out? And I'm over here looking like we're getting close to the time limit too.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's gonna turn into a 3-part session.
Yeah. Yeah, I did my best at the end to try and like, can we wrap this up in like 45 minutes? Probably.
Well, it started off slow because we're taking our time and the guards are walking through. And I was like, if y'all just go down and get them out, I'll just keep trying to throw them off the roof.
That was really funny. That was just Kano being at the top like, no.
That singular mechanic kind of thwarted almost the entire encounter. Because that would have been a tough encounter if you guys were playing on level ground with these guys.
Oh, for sure. But the fact that we had the high ground is powerful.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't go up any other way. There was no other way. It
that was
a singular ladder, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, if they'd have been smart, they'd have just went into the door, went to the top, and then climbed up the ladder through the trap door.
That's the other reason why I screwed up. If I had the magma methods, I would have had 4 individuals that could have cast heat metal on the
ladder, yeah.
And then what are they going to do? Just burn their hands trying to get to the top? I guess.
Well, you just need one to heat the metal on the ladder and the rest to heat their armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. And that's pretty hard to save from.
Mm-hmm. I also need to know what you guys are going to want to do next session as well. Because, I mean, obviously...
I think...
At some point, I know we keep talking about it. I do want to get everybody's like backup characters finalized and do like a little one-shot just to see how they work out. That way we can edit them.
We could do that.
I can do that whenever.
You guys want.
I just need to plan it.
But I'd like to go ahead and knock it out quick. That way we can edit them and get them ready in case something happens since the combat and stuff's getting harder.
I do want to do that, so maybe that could be either next session or after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yeah, I want to kind of wrap this part up. At least make it back to Lotusville and then...
I was going to suggest that we do, for the next campaign session, week after the army, because we have, like, some good amount of... And, like, maybe we could even, like... try to convince him to work for us. Probably not, but like it would be funny if we could just pull a coup that way instead of just fighting him. And then it's on to the Rose Thorn overthrow.
So basically either backup session or Master of Armies is what you're all looking at.
Yeah, that's my current suggestion because I feel like we're really on the Rose Thorn like campaign trail at this point.
So, y'all talk about it together with each other, but I need to know, like, soon. Like, within a week, because I've got to, no matter which of those 2 options are, I'm going to have to do a lot of planning on that, because I don't have those planned at all right now. So...
Well, the positive thing is, with the backups, you could just find a one-shot pre-written if you wanted to. I say if you wanted to.
I don't want to.
Well, look, I'm trying to make it easier on you.
I know. I want to do it all from scratch, man.
Honestly, doing it from scratch is the fun part of being a DM.
Yeah.
Or at least in my opinion, it is.
Yeah. Because I gotta figure out how to tie it all in.
What was your backup character, Chris? I don't remember.
Well, I did one for my nephews, and Maria and Eric got a kick out of it. More for the voice than the actual character. But he was a fighter that had the samurai, basically a swordsman. But I don't know for sure if that's what I'm going with or if I'm going to do something different.
Yeah, I'm probably either going to do the barbarian warlock that I've been talking about. the Dragonborn Barbarian Warlock. It's such a dumb idea for a character.
But you know
Yeah,
what? You say that, but you know what's funny? When we did this level up, I almost dipped into Warlock.
Really? Why would you dip into Warlock?
Just for giggles.
That's fair.
It was either going to be, I had Paladin, Cleric, Druid, Barbarian, and Fighter as my options before I opted to go up a level in Fighter.
And then the other back up character I have is a half-orc druid. That I honestly, it's like she's like a mean girl, basically, like a high school mean girl. Like that's her. But that's such a dumb character idea. I don't know.
I love dumb characters.
I don't know if I could role play that convincingly.
I haven't really decided what I'm going to do for mine yet.
Having a character that's socially perceptive is not exactly something I can role play very convincingly.
Of course, my Goblin Bard Warlock may come out.
I might just make a new one, honestly. We'll go for like monk or something. I don't know. I've been trying to like workshop good multi-class ideas because I've focused solo on like one class.
I thought about a Tabaxi monk.
Yeah, I might just go for like
Actually, I'm
like
Go ahead. He froze.
I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Or Turtle Monk and
I'm
make a
sure
Ninja Turtle.
the others will as well. I feel like the first character I ever played in D&D was a rogue.
Same.
That was when I played like a one-shot way back in the day. But I really liked playing a rogue. So maybe I'll do that again. Who knows? Anyway,
well,
what is there anything else that we should talk about?
No, I actually have plans at 2, and I need to prep for that. So I'm going to call it right now. So,
all right.